I am here. I'm right here. I wanted to show you something before I sit down so I don't have to do it after. I think I showed you guys this, but these are the chairs I've made. I've made a couple rocking chairs. These are about 80 pounds a piece because of the high winds we get here in southern Oklahoma. It blows things off the porch all the time. So you can see I made the little detail work here. This was all done with reclaimed wood. But it's old 2x6s I found, old slat boards from pallets I trimmed and planed. But I just wanted to show you guys that. Let me get my garden, because that's the important thing. All right. Hey, everybody. Whew. Okay. Let's see if, yeah, there's the garden. Let me get over here. Oh, I'm kicking everything. Let me get over here just a little bit and get out of the way of the camera. And you guys can see more of the garden and less of me. Okay. Is that good? Yeah. Okay. If it gets noisy and you hear bumping around, it's our rescue dog, Lexi, jumping around the deck here. It is about 70 degrees here in southern Oklahoma. It is beautiful. I have my list I want to talk about. I have my coffee, so we'll just do a quick live. Today and this weekend is going to be a marathon for me. I did a bunch of cooking videos yesterday, and what's today, Friday? So happy Friday, it's the weekend. I'm very tired. That's okay though. But you can see behind me the garden. This area here is all really starting to green up. All of the pumpkins, cantaloupe, cucumbers, the surprise patch, I have no idea. Beets hopefully are coming up, green beans and pole beans, bush beans and pole beans. So this weekend I'm doing, it's going to be probably 45-minute video for next week. So just bear with it. I hope you guys watch it and enjoy it. It's going to be basically a day in the life of me in the garden and around the shop, making stuff for the garden. And I'm going to just do quick segments. So it'll bounce around a lot, but it's going to be me weeding or me planting. I got potatoes I'm going to plant live. Cutting a couple things in the wood shop for a trellis for the sugar pie pumpkins. It's gonna be a bunch of different things, and I hope you guys will watch it and share it and enjoy it. Actually, I hope you guys enjoy it. I don't do this just so you watch them and stuff and give me watch hours. I want you to enjoy and hopefully learn from someone who's been trial and error farming and growing his entire life. So I hope you stick with me. My email is OkiesEden@gmail.com. My address is P.O. Box 184, Burneyville, Oklahoma 73430. That will be in the description and the pinned comment at the end of this video when it goes public. And if you want me to run your playlist, please come back later. This will be public in probably half an hour, 45 minutes after I'm done. But if you want me to run playlists for you for watch hours, I am more than happy to do that. I have a TV in my master bedroom, I have a TV in the spare bedroom, and I have a TV in the living room. So I have been running literally 3 TVs on people's playlists. Right now I have Grandma Teresa running in the living room. I have a new subscriber that's running in the spare bedroom, and in a little while, Missy cooking on a budget, I'm going to be running more of hers. And I am creating a list of people that want me to run their lists. I got a bunch of emails, I've gotten comments, I'm writing them down. All I ask is if in the next couple days, if you see an uptick, if I say, I'll message you that on one of your videos or shorts that I'm running your playlists now. That means I'm doing it right then. I'm actually doing it. It'll take 2 or 3 days for YouTube to accumulate those hours. When they do, if you don't mind, just let me know that you did see an uptick in hours to make sure it's taking. If not, I'll figure out what's going on my end, because I want the hours to count towards your watch time. So if you're not monetized, it will help towards your monetization, because that's the whole goal, is to try and help people get monetized. If you can watch my playlist, that would be awesome also. My main playlist I put on there is, I do a couple things. I create, if it's farm to table, I do a cooking farm to table. I put it in that playlist, and I also put it in a second playlist, which is watch please. So that's 40 or 50 of my videos. If you could run that playlist for me, just let it run on your TV at night or during the day. Just let it go. That helps my watch hours. I do see an uptick in my watch hours. Thank you everybody that has done that. And I want to do that for anybody that wants me to do that for them. I am more than happy. It might take me a couple days, because I do have a list. Like I said, I have a list that's a page long of people that have contacted me and emailed me asking me to run playlists. I will get there. That's why I'm writing them on a list so I don't forget. And then I'm just putting a check mark. If I've run playlists once for them, I put 1 check mark. Many have multiple playlists and long playlists. So then I can go back later and I can put a second check mark if I watch a different one. Check mark for a third one. Then I know who I've actually watched. And then I like I said, I like to comment. If I run somebody's playlist, I'll go on one of your shorts and just say, hey, I'm running one of your playlists now. I appreciate that. If you reciprocate that, I really appreciate it. If you don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. I have a great life. If you don't want to run my playlists, I'm cool with that. I'll sit here and drink my coffee and play in my garden and be happy. But I do want to help others get their, some are so close. If you're close, if you're within a couple hundred hours, let your subscribers know. If you have really good subscribers, they're going to be more than, if they're really good people, which most are, they're going to try to help you reach your goal. Let me help you. Help me help you. Help me help you. At the end of this, leave a comment. It's not for, I don't care about my analytics. I don't care if it helps my analytics. The reason I ask you to drop in your playlist, if you drop a comment in my comment field here, is that's how I find a lot of subscribers and who I subscribe to and who subscribe to me. A lot of the people you subscribe to that you enjoy, they're followed and subscribed to by others that like their content and probably would like your content because it's similar. And with that said, give them a chance. Just comment, hi. You don't have to, or you want to put down what your channel's about, or you just want to make a comment about the video, or you want to give me some advice. I appreciate that. Give people a chance to come on, go into your channel, and see if it's something that they might be interested in following or connecting with. It's a way to grow your channel. It's being proactive. So I would recommend that. So go ahead and do that. I have multiple videos coming out in the next 4 or 5 days. Some are kind of a series where I'm doing one thing and then it's going to lead to another and another. I hope you watch them. I hope you enjoy them. I have one coming out today. It's just a short. I find it humorous. It just came to me last night. It's kind of like a commercial, but it came to me, well, yesterday afternoon it came to me, and I did it early evening. But it's just a short. It's literally, 20 seconds. So if you find that you have 20 seconds on this busy Friday in September of 2025, I would appreciate you watching that. That'd be awesome. Like I said, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, I'm going to be doing a lot of filming over in that beast over there. I have found more pumpkins. I got to get some boards under them so they don't get any rot or disease on them. I have weeding I have to do. I have planting I have to do. I have some transplanting I have to do because I have that spot over here that where I put my compost. I have a bunch of stuff growing in it that I have no idea what it is. Some I'm going to just thin out. Some I'm going to put in pots and bring inside and see if I can propagate them in the house under my grow light, see what happens as a test. And then the rest I'm just going to allow to continue to grow till if they harvest. Weird weather patterns this year. We're back up in the 90s again, but the other day we only got to 77. It was very cool. We had a week of rain. So that's very odd for Oklahoma to be. We only had, I think, 2 days over 100 degrees this year, 3 days maybe, but most were 99, 98. They were right on the cusp of 100. And but it's been a hot summer, but not as hot as last year, but still, nonetheless, for a garden, it's hot. Soil temperature is important when you're trying to germinate seeds. If it's a beet or something that's used to cool weather, you can have trouble germinating when it's 105 and the soil temperature's, 97. A lot of them won't take. So you might win some, you might lose some crops. You don't know. But I'm going to be doing a long form video. You're going to see a bunch of stuff. It's going to jump from scene to scene to scene to scene, because I want you to see what it's going to be. Just a few minutes. Each segment is going to be a few minutes of different things that I do during the day to keep this garden going. How I do maintenance on it, when I'm planting, when I'm planning, all sorts of different things. I think this weekend is I'm expecting a freeze dryer. It didn't have a lot of information on it, so I don't even know if it's really truly a good freeze dryer. It's all returnable. It's not expensive. I wanted to try it. And so hopefully we'll have that this weekend soon. I'm going to be talking about mulching. We had so much rain, I could not mow my property for the last week. I just finally, the last 2 days, I finished it last night. But I have rows. It looks like a hay field where you're getting ready to, bale the hay. So what I do with that is I don't complain about that, because what I use my grass clippings. I use my grass clippings as mulch. So I'll be mulching my asparagus plants with that, because they're browning up now, the ferns, how they grow. When the asparagus gets, my asparagus out here are like 6'3". They're as tall. I'm 6'3", and they're as tall as I am. But they're now bending and dying and browning, and they've put out their seeds. They're little. They look like little berries. So I have, once they brown enough and tip over enough, I'll take my snippers and I'll snip them off at the ground. And then I'll bring my grass clippings in and I will mulch that whole area, wet it down. What that's going to do is that does help protect the crowns, the root structure beneath the ground. And that will help keep them alive during the winter so that they can again take off in the spring. And then in the spring I'll plant probably, I think, 20 more. I'll get 20 more crowns, and we'll plant 20 more crowns in that area. But now next year I can start harvesting, because they're 2-year crowns with a year growth. So they're basically a 3-year plant now, which means I can go in and start to harvest them carefully. And I'll still allow some of them to fern, because you don't want to kill the root structure below. But next, and then, like I said, I picked 3 or 4 of the berries. They're red now, so they're ripe. There's seeds inside of there. I still have to research it, but I'm going to try to plant them in under my grow lights this year to see if I can actually grow an asparagus plant from seed. I don't know if I can or not. I'm going to give it a try. Hopefully I can, and I'll document that if at all possible, if it works. So stay tuned for that. I have had some really, really, really good subscribers. I've gotten some really great emails. So stay tuned. I said I was going to get to it this week. I did not. We had some things happen this week. Didn't get to it. With my P.O. box, which is P.O. Box 184, Burneyville, Oklahoma. Okies Eden. Just put Okies Eden, P.O. Box 184. Burneyville, Oklahoma, 73430. I have to check it today. I haven't checked it in a week. I will. I'm trying to get some seed, some little envelopes so I can put the seeds in them. I don't want to put them in plastic bags. I can, but I'd rather have little seed envelopes so that I can write on it what it is, how many generations it is maybe, and maybe some how to plant them. And then I want to get them out next week to the, I've gotten a lot of people ask for seeds. So now it's gonna take me some time next week to get those out. I have people telling me they're gonna send me some seeds. Us in Our Bunch, Misty's Pleasures of Life. I have a couple others. Us in Our Bunch, I think she said she's gonna send me some marigolds, which I'm really, if you see the one plant out there I show, it's June, that's my mom. That is in paying homage to my mom, who passed away about 13 years ago. From Alzheimer's complications. She loved marigolds. And so I planted, I didn't think it was gonna take. I got it from a nursery up the street, planted it, took off like wildfire, took off. And it, even in the 100-degree heat, it just keeps blooming and blooming. It's bloomed all summer. They had the bees on it the other day. I mean, so I called it June. And it just gives me something to smile when I walk out to my garden, you know. The whole garden pays homage to my dad because he's the one that taught me what I know and was the biggest influence in my life. But then I wanted something for my mom also, so I planted the marigold. And then I have some other, you'll see some old, let's see if I can do this right there. I got some old hubcaps that make me smile. I got an old entrance sign. I'm making some other signs from the different cities I've lived in through the years that are gonna be, you know, stuck on fence posts with the mileage to those cities as a reminder. Just stuff that makes me smile. I'm creating a small cedar stool that I can sit on while I'm weeding or picking. And then I'm gonna make a cedar center table that's gonna have a trellis on it so I don't lose any garden space. A whole bunch of stuff that's gonna be going on over the winter. There's gonna be no let up as far as videos go. I have a lot of topics. It takes a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and I mean blood, sweat, and tears to keep a garden that size going, a homestead going, keeping the lawns mowed, keeping the maintenance on vehicles, on the home, everything in the garden. It takes a lot. And then finding time for family, for hobbies, things like that, so you can have some downtime. So there's all that. So that is what is going on today. So let me just recap real quick. I am running people's playlists like crazy, trying to help your watch hours. If you want me to run your playlist, please comment below, email me at okieseden@gmail.com that you want me to run playlists. If you don't want to put it in the comments, if you have something you want to send me, my post office box will be in the description, and I'll put it in the comments. It's just P.O. Box 184, Burneyville, Oklahoma, 73430, and it's Okies Eden. And then I'm gonna do some videos this weekend. That's gonna be a long form video talking about upkeep of the garden and the homestead. I have a bunch of videos coming out I hope you watch that are already edited, already scheduled to go out this weekend and early next week. Thank you everybody for watching all of those videos. This is just a suggestion, please help others with their watch hours. Go to their playlists. If you have a TV that's available and you're walking out the door, click a playlist on, let it run while you're gone for a couple hours. That helps their watch hours. If you can reciprocate and help me with my watch hours, I do appreciate it. And let you know, if I say I'm watching your playlists, you can know that I'm watching your playlists because I ask people, please check a couple days from now when YouTube accrues all of them and adds them up. Let me know if you saw a jump or a positive, you know, jump in your watch hours. If you haven't, there's something going on. I will look into it. But if I say I'm running your playlist, if I message you that I'm running your playlist, I'm typically doing it right then and there. So I know it's active and running, so I'm not lying about it. I'm actually saying if I'm running it, it's because it's already running and I've checked it and I know it's going. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the support. Everybody's helping my channel to grow. I really enjoy my subscribers. I have a lot of interactions daily, get a lot of comments daily. All of my comments and analytics, all those analytics are up. And that's only because people watch, comment, share, subscribe, all of that. And I appreciate that. So I hope you guys appreciate everything everybody else does for you. You guys all have a great day. It's Friday. Don't do anything stupid. Enjoy your family. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you in the next live. Take care, everybody.